It's a pleasure to have you join us in News Now on TV360 Nigeria. I'm Tamilore Akinkulie. The federal government has called on the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC and Trade Union Congress TUC to shelve the planned nationwide strike. Both unions had earlier on Monday called on workers across the country to down tools at midnight as a standoff with the Imo State government takes a national undertone. Labour's move followed an assault on the national president of the NLC, Joe Ajaero, in Imo State. The Labour leader was on the state for a demonstration over non-payment of salaries and pensions for 44 months and violation of other labor rights. But in a statement late Monday, Kamaruddin Ogundele, the Special Assistant Communications and Publicity to the AGF, and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi, reminded the unions about a court order barring them from going on strike. Now, we're not going to Abuja to speak on the correspondent Folashade Olusegun to get a situation in Abuja regarding the labor union strike. Folashade, can you please describe the current atmosphere in the city in light of the nationwide strike declared by the NLC? Folashade, if you can hear me, I said, can you please describe the current atmosphere in the city in light of the nationwide strike declared by the NLC? Okay, it seems to have an issue that will come back to our correspondent in Abuja. Meanwhile, Vice President Kashim Shettima says Nigeria's huge potential in digital technology, the outsourcing industry and the clean energy sector will continue to incentivize investment in its energy transition plan and agenda to diversify the economy. While receiving Denmark's Minister for Development Cooperation and Global Climate Policy, Dan Jorgensen, on a courtesy visit to the presidential villa, the Vice President shed light on Nigeria's climate objective under the administration of President Bola Tinubu, emphasizing that investment in digital technology, clean energy and other sectors have become a priority as a result of the dwindling fortunes of the oil economy.
Nigeria has embarked on a very ambitious travel. The new administration has put forward some very bold and visionary plans for the future. And I think that there's a great opportunity for a collaboration between Denmark and Nigeria. We already are collaborating and already are friends, but we can work even closer together, especially on the subject of a green transition. We all know that we need to do more to fight climate change. Certainly that's obvious in Africa, in Nigeria, where climate change is already evident. But it will be even more so in the future. And Denmark is a country with a lot of experience in doing exactly that. So we've changed our own energy system so that we're moving away from oil and gas and coal and instead using renewables and deploying energy efficiency measures. When we started our energy transition in Denmark, we did not do it because of climate change or even the environment, because that was back in the 1970s. It wasn't on the agenda then. We did it for another reason. We wanted to become independent. We wanted to make the most rational decisions from an economic standpoint. And what it's shown in Denmark, obviously, this is different from country to country, but we can definitely share our own experience, and that is that what you can do by using the wind, harnessing the wind, by using the sun, is exploiting the forces of nature to make energy for yourself. And today, for instance, offshore wind. We built the first offshore wind farm in the world back in 1991. At that time, extremely expensive, not very flexible, but because the technology has developed in the way that it has, today offshore wind is cheaper even than coal for electricity production.
Now, going back to Abuja to speak with Folashade Olusegun on the situation report as regards the labor union strike. Folashade, if you can hear me, I said, can you describe the current atmosphere in Abuja in light of the nationwide strike declared by the NLC?
We are currently in front of the Federal Secretariat in Abuja. Some offices are open, but the Ministry of Power is on total lockdown. We spoke with some of the workers earlier, and they say the Ministry of Labour is open for its workers to commence the operation. Reason being that the circular received is mainly online, but has not been sent to them as a memo. So they await the memo before the commencement of the nationwide, because of They await the memo to commence the nationwide strike.
All right, Folashade, now, are there any report of protest or demonstration related to the organized strike in the city?
What we observe is just the strike, but protest is not, there's nothing like protest in the city.
All right, thank you, Folashade. We'll follow up on the situation as it unfolds. Now, moving on, the federal government says it will investigate the cancellation of visas of 264 Nigerian passengers in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, who were airlifted to Jeddah from Lagos and Kano on Sunday. The flight took off from Muritala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, via the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport and landed in King Abdul Aziz International Airport, Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. But to the consternation of the airline staff, the Saudi Arabian authorities announced that all passengers' visa had been cancelled. However, in a statement by the media aide to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Al-Kazim Abdul Qadri, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is now investigating the matter to see if any consular or aviation rules have been flouted. President Bola Tinubu has extended his congratulations to Governor Opuzodima of Imo State, Governor Doyedere of Bayelsa State, and Governor-elect Usman Ododo of Kogi State for their triumph in the November 11 governorship election, commending the citizens of Imo, Kogi, and Bayelsa for their active participation in democratic process. President Tinubu highlighted the resilience of democratic institutions and the influential role of the people in shaping the nation's political landscape, while expressing gratitude to the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) for ensuring a level playing field for all candidates, and acknowledged the effort of the nation's security agencies in maintaining law and order during the highly anticipated election. President Tinubu called for sustained commitment to effort aimed at enhancing the credibility of future elections. Now, in a united front, political parties that contested in last Saturday's Kogi State governorship election have commended the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) for its commitment to electoral guidelines, affirming the election free, fair, credible, and overall acceptable. As addressing the media in Lokoja, the state capital, spokesperson for the political party within the United Progressive Political Party (UPPP) Kogi State chapter, Idris Bala Abdul Ghaffar, declared the election as one of the most peaceful in the state history, while calling on the APC government and the incoming administration to embrace the principles of inclusive governance inspired by President Bola Tinubu. The parties commended INEC for meticulously following the process.
We congratulate the winner of the just concluded November 11, 2023 gubernatorial elections in Kogi State, Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo, the candidate of the APC. We are using this medium to congratulate INEC to have painstakingly followed the processes of conducting the freest, credible, and transparent elections since democratic governance from 1999. This election is substantially in compliance with the electoral laws, and the electoral umpires has followed the electoral guidelines as amended. This election is unequivocally devoid of any iota of sentiment or ethnicity. INEC announced the result after due diligence collation of results from all local government areas of Kogi State, and we make boldly to say that this election is free, fair, credible, and therefore acceptable to us.
In response to the recent removal of the fuel subsidy and the subsequent increase in transportation costs, the National Assembly has taken a significant step to ease the burden of its staff. The Deputy Senate President Barrow Jubril officially commissioned the purchase of 8 coastal buses to facilitate the easy movement of employees. During the ceremony, Usman Mohammed, the chairman of the Parliamentary Staff Association of Nigeria, received the keys to the buses on behalf of the staff. He expressed gratitude to the leadership of the National Assembly, assuring that the buses will be used effectively for their intended purpose.
Today is a wonderful day, of which we know the CNA is a target CNA. It's amiable saying. Yes. The one that when we carry our cry, he will say, consider it done. Yes. The Senate President and Deputy Senate President showed it to us last 2 weeks when we came for a visit, a courtesy visit. You said to us, consider it done.
And highly honored to represent the President of the Senate and Chairman of the National Assembly, Senator Goswill Obot Akpad, in commissioning these buses. Let me begin by commending the National Assembly, and indeed all those that work within the permanent secretary and so on and so forth. I know of what they did in bringing forward the idea of procuring these buses for the use of the staff of the National Assembly. And the President and Chairman, the President of the Senate and Chairman of the National Assembly did not waste a minute in approving that request.
Due to the area's high population density, residents along Maryland Ojota have called on the government to fix the highway bridge, which is well known for its daily flow of vehicular movement on the ever-busy expressway. According to Rasak Muniro, chairman of Wastewater Tanker, the bridge requires immediate repair due to excessive rain, which have worn out several parts of the bridge, and the mass vehicular movement on the bridge makes the noise from the bridge unbearable. A resident in the area, Ibrahim Musa, also adds that the government should come to their rescue as soon as possible before things get worse.
The particular place that the bridge was joined has worn out. And you will agree with me that the bridge is built for ages. Probably it is heavy rainfall that caused erosion that pulls out some part of the bridge, which needs to be replaced, and this time they need to use solid materials for it. Moreover, the level of noise we go through on a daily basis because of the worn-out part of the bridge is too much. We are pleading with the government to come to our aid.
So, this bridge, you don't chop. You don't go down, you don't break now. So make you no cause problem or make you no cause spoil. So that's why we add the iron. The supporter can carry this iron, repair the place, or make them carry and go to their warehouse. Because if you will not monitor the iron, don't go deeper.
Back to the NLC and TUC nationwide strike, our correspondent to Lagos, Sydney Okafo, who is at Alausa, joins me to brief us on the situation. Sydney, if you can hear me, can you provide information on the level of compliance with the strike among various sectors of the workforce?
Tamilore. Well, as regards this nationwide strike, I'm presently at the Secretariat Alausa Ikeja. But what I can see here now is that nothing like compliance is happening here. Everything happening here is that it's business as usual. I can see that different civil servants are doing their normal business, day-to-day activities, and I'm not seeing any single sign of compliance of nationwide strike. And on our way down to this Secretariat, we discovered that some banks as well are operating, nothing like compliance so far. Then regarding the transportation area, transport is going smoothly, no sign of compliance or if there is anything like nationwide strike. Tamilore.
Thank you, Sydney, for the update. Now to other stories. In response to the increase in maritime threats, the Western Naval Command under the leadership of Rear Admiral M.B. Hassan has inaugurated Operation Waterguard, a strategic initiative in alignment with the Navy's mandate to ensure the safety of Nigeria's maritime environment. The operation focuses on Badagry water and land access around Ashipa, a border community to Benin Republic, which has been identified as a critical area requiring heightened security measures. This action aims to curb illegal activities at sea and have unintended consequences of affecting the availability of petroleum projects, impacting the effect of small and medium-scale enterprises across Lagos.
We're making very good use of intelligence from all sources to get to the source of the petroleum product and also to know where they are stored. We want to call on the sectors in the petroleum industry, those that supply filling stations and all, because that is majorly the source. Because regarding Operation Awase, we are doing a good job in securing the pipeline. Anytime they try to puncture hole, make holes in the pipes, we normally get there at short notice. So we're doing well there. But we call on the authorities in charge of monitoring fuel stations to pick up slack and be on top of their game and see how they can know those stations in Badagry that sell these products to the people. We also need community-based intelligence. It's difficult in Badagry because a lot of people are into this business, but we still want to implore them to help the nation and make a nation a better place.
We'll take a break and be back with more stories on News Now.
In the last 3 years, we have built a multi-purpose center, which is the envy of all in our constituency. And I can tell you that the people who are living there are already enjoying it.
Guy, do you think what this man just said is true? See, I seriously doubt. I'm sure it's one of those their silly lies.
Wait, do you know there's a way to find out if these things he's saying is true or not? This is the Construct app. It gives people like us a sure way to track implementation of constituency projects. It gives valid and verified information on location of projects, amounts allocated, amount funded, the level of job done, and even the profiles of concerned legislators. You and I can post directly on this app.
Are you serious?
This is the Go-To app if you want to know how our Commonwealth is being expanded by the government.
Wow. Let's even see if what this man said is true. Show me.
The Construct app is developed by Other People Nigeria with support from USAID and is available on both Google Play Store and Apple Store.
And it's true.
Of course, I told you.
Welcome back. In case you missed any of the news bulletin or for more updates, you can catch us on Limeswell TV or log on to our website on www.tv360nigeria.com. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at TV360 Nigeria, or download our mobile app on Google Play Store and the Huawei App Gallery. On Facebook, we are TV360 Online.
Opinions are free, facts are sacred, but truth is universal.
How, in practical terms, can we, for instance, de-escalate the tension?
President must see himself as the President of the Federal Republic.
We know where the enemy is. 3 places, the Lake Chad Basin, the border area between Nigeria and Cameroon, and then the Sambisa Forest.
On TV360, we give you a complete dose of everything. Opinion, facts, and undiluted truth.
I hardly believe what politicians say in this part of the world.
A new Nigeria is possible, a future is possible.
We delve into the issues, dissect it so that you can understand it, use it to take action.
I don't think there's any need for any governor to look for grant for ranching.
TV360, dissecting the issues.
On business, Nigeria has an unpaid gas royalty of $559.8 million and an unpaid gas fare penalty of $828.8 million. This is according to the Nigerian Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative, NAITI. Oji Ogbunaya Oji, the Executive Secretary of NAITI, said this during his opening remark at the second German-Nigerian Symposium on Green Hydrogem in Abuja, he alerted that despite the country standing as a major global gas producer, there are dangers from constant gas flaring activities in the country, which could instead be unearthed as the country looks to implement its decade in gas agenda. And in response to recent misleading news reports circulating on various social media platforms under the headline CBN liquidates 20 banks, the Nigerian Deposit Insurance Corporation (NDIC) has issued a clarification to set the record straight. Contrary to the sensational headline, the NDIC emphasizes that the 20 banks mentioned in those reports were among the banks that have been previously closed due to the revocation of their operative licenses by the Central Bank of Nigeria between 1994 and 2018. In a press statement released on Monday and signed by Bashir Nuhu, the Director of Communications and Public Affairs of the corporation, the NDIC urges the general public to be aware that the corporation has fulfilled its commitment by paying the guaranteed sum owed to depositors. And oil prices inched up on Tuesday on expectation of healthy market fundamentals following an OPEC report saying demand remains strong and concerns that supplies might be disrupted as the U.S. cracks down on Russian oil export. Brent crude futures gained 23 cents to $82 a barrel, while U.S. WTI crude futures climbed 21 cents to $78 a barrel. In its monthly report, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries blamed speculators for a recent drop in prices. And on the global scene, Liberians head to the polls for a runoff election between President George Weah and former Vice President Joseph Boakai after they emerged neck-to-neck from the first round, but below the 50% needed to secure an outright victory. Former soccer star Weah won 43.83% of the vote versus Boakai 43.44%, a resulting margin that has raised expectation of a closely fought second round. The incumbent has asked voters for more time to make good on his first-term promises to root out corruption and improve livelihoods. The West African nation is still suffering the fallout from two civil wars between 1989 and 2003 and the 2013 to 2016 Ebola epidemic that killed thousands of people. And up next is the Entertainment Report on News Now.
Controversial Nigerian singer Abibu Kikiola, popularly known as Portable, has won the Best New Artist at the 2023 African Entertainment Awards USA. This is Portable's first international music award. Portable beats the likes of Black Bones, Odumodu Black, and Shaggy Vibes among others to emerge as winner. Expressing his excitement, Portable posted it on his official Instagram page, thanking his fans for the unwavering dedication. Grammy-winning Nigerian singer Wizkid shone at this year's British Photography Awards BPA held in London at the weekend. The Starboy's performance picture at the Glastonbury Festival earlier this year won the Events Category Award at the 2023 British Photography Awards. The iconic picture was taken by London-based freelance photographer and graphic designer Nick Hale. Wizkid has now become the first Nigerian celebrity whose image won a British Photography Award. And that's all on the entertainment segment of News Now. Okpeyemi Owosheni, TV360 News.
Finally, in sports, British professional boxer Anthony Joshua has agreed to fight Otto Wallin in Saudi Arabia on December 23rd, with Deontay Wilder set to face off with Joshua Parker on the same night. Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk were set to meet in their historic undisputed heavyweight title fight on the date in Riyadh. Boxing officials in Saudi have, however, decided that the show will go on and in the process of assembling a huge night of boxing for that night just before Christmas. Both Joshua and Wilder are working to finish deals with Turkey Al Shaki, a Saudi Arabia General Entertainment Authority. And that wraps up our bulletin on News Now. Stay with TV360 for the latest updates throughout the day. Bye for now.
In the last 3 years, we have built a multi-purpose center, which is the envy of all in our constituency. And I can tell you that the people who are living there are already enjoying it.
Guy, do you think what this man just said is true? See, I seriously doubt. I'm sure it's one of those their silly lies.
Wait, do you know there's a way to find out if these things he's saying is true or not? This is the Construct app. It gives people like us a sure way to track implementation of constituency projects. It gives valid and verified information on location of projects, amounts allocated, amount funded, the level of job done, and even the profiles of concerned legislators. You and I can post directly on this app.
Are you serious?
This is the Go-To app if you want to know how our Commonwealth is being expanded by the government.
Wow. Let's even see if what this man said is true. Show me.
The Construct app is developed by Other People Nigeria with support from USAID and is available on both Google Play Store and Apple Store.
And it's true.
Of course, I told you.
Corruption not in my country.
Cut. All right. What's your name again? Kemi?
Yes, sir.
Good. Are you ready for us for next week?
Yes, sir.
Next.
Ndewo, sir. Ndewo.
Look, what we need here is one who can speak fluent English. Give her a chance.
I need a angel to hold me. Hold me, my beautiful angel.
Cut! It is Angel, not Angel. Please, I'm done with you. Excuse us. Kemi was far better.
It's not about our rendition. It's not about our performance here. By the time she and her friends join us in our hotel rooms, you will know how far.
Can I have her phone?
She has a robust profile.
Real robust profile. I do not undercut professional ethics. It is an act of corruption. Not in my country.
Corruption not in my country.
Stop corruption now.